Hi, I am Valeria Rugin from NB Games and welcome to the Breaking Silence update. Today I am going to show you an exclusive reveal for what is coming next for Rocket Science. It's been a long time coming, but this is one of the biggest updates I've ever released. It has more than 100 lines of changes, so let's get started. Every big update of Rocket Science comes with a new fundamental system. This time it's communications. I think everyone could understand why space communications are a very important part of any flight. You can find it everywhere, from the famous Apollo communications blackout on the backside of the moon or during atmospheric re-entry, to the whole missions like Galileo or SOHO being at risk because of high gain antenna failure. It also completely defines the shape of some space missions. Could you even imagine Voyager without its giant parabolic dish? You need to establish and maintain a connection to the space center, otherwise, well, you lose not only control but all data from it, including the visuals. To help you get started, I've deployed the Deep Space Network, which consists of several ground stations as well as 3 relays flying on geostationary orbit. This will get you covered on near-Earth flights, but you need to deploy your own relays for everything beyond. Of course, if you want more challenge, you can disable DSN relays on a game start and do everything yourself. Good luck with that. Another thing that will help you is a huge communication 101 tutorial that you need to finish to understand how antennas work in reality and what are all those scary parameters mean. With more and more situations that can lead your flight to an end, it became obvious that you need some centralized place where all information about flight can go. To solve this, I've added a flight journal. It logs every single event that happened to your spacecraft since launch and persists between game sessions. And you can even export it into the file. If something unexpected happened to your spacecraft, you could probably find the reason there. Another area of the game that needed an improvement was a bunch of data panels that cluttered the flight UI. The thing is, not every craft needs to know about atmospheric pressure, and rovers definitely do not require information about orbital parameters, so most of the panels are linked to instruments now. Every pod or probe has a set of the default instruments, and if you need more, you must attach a dedicated part for that. Speaking of improvements, a lot of contracts were very boring and repeatable, like flyby, reach orbit, land on the surface, and so on, where only the name of celestial body was a difference. To solve that, I turned them into milestones. They will be automatically completed as soon as you meet the requirements. There are not many contracts left because of this change, but I have a lot of ideas on how to add more interesting ones from now on. Let's talk about flight improvements. I've added a resource priority system that lets you configure from what tanks fuel should be consumed or what batteries should be recharged first. Numball was revoked and not only contains the buttons that let you toggle instruments, but also have much more information about your craft status. The game now supports rotation tracking modules. This allows the rocket part to follow a specific target. For example, an antenna may track the relay or solar panel, the sun. Electricity was overhauled. Spacecraft will no longer shut down if you have empty batteries and equal electricity production and consumption at the same time. You can now see total power production and consumption as a bonus. I've also added more than 20 new parts, reworked some old ones, and a bunch more are coming in the following weeks after the update release. I'm really excited to see what crafts you will assemble now. There are more than 30 smaller changes and I will rapid fire some of them. Thermal model was significantly improved and also supports active cooling. Conductive heat transfer is closer to reality now. Batteries produce heat while recharging and wheels when spinning. Active stage TVR is now shown under the Delta V on Action Groups UI. Spacecraft will maintain its auto-correction orientation on a very high time wire. All pods and probes are much more aerodynamically stable and less likely to flip on re-entry. Radial to linear velocity conversion was implemented. Game cameras now supports continuous controls for better cinematic experience. Settings were extended, added more audio sliders, FPS limiter, culture selector, and map camera zoom sensitivity. The last thing I want to mention is for those folks who like to make mods. The game now can load extensions and have a dedicated API for manipulating its data. It is very bare bones at this moment, but you can already try to do something. The IP will be extended per individual request, so don't be shy and join our Discord server and leave requests there. As always, there are much more changes and bug fixes in this update. I expect a lot of feedback about all those changes, and I'm looking forward to trying it out together with you, because it is not possible to test everything with the limited resources I have. Nevertheless, I hope you have a great time in Rocket Science Breaking Silence update. Have a nice flight.